Yo, how you doing? This is the Streamer Survival Guide podcast, and I'm your host, Mr. Watch Me Work. In this podcast, I'll talk about everything that I've learned over my first year within streaming and give you all the good things that I've learned, all the bad things that I've learned, as well as the tips that I feel like will make your journey that much more easy and that much more pleasurable. On today's episode, we're going to talk editing. You got to learn editing. There's various different editing softwares out there. And honestly, if you're just starting editing, I don't necessarily recommend you start off with something like DaVinci Resolve and Premiere Pro. It's going to overwhelm you, and you're not going to feel comfortable with the content that you're creating because the software that you're looking at is just, there's a lot. Now, not to say those are some amazing software. Those are probably the two best software that you can get when it comes down to editing. But when you're first learning, I honestly recommend starting on your phone, an iPad, or even now they have a version for your desktop. Start with CapCut. CapCut is easy to learn. It's really intuitive. It's a little bit easier to maneuver, to learn on your phone. That's where I learned personally. If you look back at all my videos, 89% of those videos were made on freaking CapCut. You know what I mean? I edited those videos on CapCut. Even now, to this day, I take the videos that I edit on my computer, which is in CapCut, and I put them on my phone and do whatever I need to within CapCut. And then I post them on the socials that I need to post them on. CapCut, again, is easy. It is super easy. If you need some tutorials, I got some on my TikTok. Not trying to promote it like that, but CapCut's easier. As far as when you're getting started, CapCut is easier. Now, when it comes down to learning editing, I do recommend that you take the time and the effort to learn the more high-end software. Something I've been doing is every single day I watch an Adobe video because I'm trying to learn Adobe Premiere Pro. I watch an Adobe video once a day on something new, something different than the last day. So my first day was just a broad introduction on just Adobe Premiere, what this button does, what this button does, what that button does, what that button does. My next video that I watched was transitions, how to incorporate transitions, where to go to even get the transitions, to put the transitions here and there. Adobe Premiere is really complicated. So if you don't take the time to learn it, you're just never going to get down. You're just not going to do it. And to be a successful content creator, be somebody that creates enjoyable content, you're either going to learn it yourself or pay somebody that knows it. It's really the only two options you got. I recommend that you just take the time to just learn it yourself. Once you get to a point where, you're making the money from Twitch, invest in an editor. I recommend it because that's what they do. There's a guy, I'm not trying to call him out or anything because dude already had exceptional numbers from what I thought from the jump. Guy Samson CJ22 on TikTok. Watch his earlier videos. He was the one editing those videos, shooting those videos, different things like that. Then he hired a video editor and somebody to actually record and different things like that. The quality of those videos, when you get to a point in your life where you can afford an editor, do it. That's what they do. That's their specialty. But at the beginning, you have to learn the basics to get to that point. At the end of the day, if you're not making content, who's going to show up? You got to be creating content and you have to learn editing. You got to be good. This market, this field is flooded. You got to be good at the content that you create, whether that's meme content, knowing when the punchline to hit and when to go to the next scene, to this, to that. Because if you watch some of the great meme editors, the great memers out there, they be posting, let's say, I play COD. So the people that post meme TikToks like that, they're on it. As soon as a sniper hit, they take the sniper shot out, and then the clips are immaculate the whole way through. So you got to understand timing, you got to understand editing, and you got to know when to clip things and how to clip them and when to clip them to create something like that. There are some ways of learning how to clip things. You can watch other people on TikTok and kind of study how if you want to make memes or something like that, watch other people that are doing it and do it better. Okay, boom, he did this. If Buddy put 3, I'm putting 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to time them so right that your attention is not deterred from it. You know what I mean? And it's got to be something unique too. You can't use the same old shit. You can't use the same old memes and expect them to pop off. Do some nostalgic memes. Do some fresh new memes. Mix it in there. That's how you're going to create something like that. to create meme content, and gain like a value or a following from it. Because again, the market's saturated. If you want to do tutorials, find a way to make the tutorials yours. Guy like I'm Pastor Gaines does amazing tutorials. The way he sets it up, the way his camera angles are, every single time, it's on point. Okay. If you haven't checked him out, check him out. Shit's on point. There's a new guy coming up in the Twitch tips space, but he's been on Twitch for a minute. The Riddler. Check him out. The Riddler 1730. Make sure you check him out. The way he be doing his Twitch tips are so cozy. I haven't seen anybody do it like this. Like I watch his Twitch tips and I feel like I'm talking to like my pops or like an uncle or somebody. Like he's about to drop a nugget and like that's what this is about. I had people say whenever I drop my tips that, yo, that's a great outlook. Some people don't look at it that way. And I'm glad that, you brought it out like that. I have an odd way of thinking. So if you want to make content around Twitch tips, watch other people that make it and then make it your own and do it better. Not to say I do anything better than the Riddler or Pastor Gaines, but they have their own specific way of doing it and it's amazing. That's all I'm trying to say. And it's the way that they're editing the videos. Everybody can make a Twitch tip and just boom, just post it. The way that it's getting edited, the when things are getting cut and jumping to the next, the way things are maybe getting zoomed in, the way a filter's hitting here and a transition's hitting there, that's content creation. If you want to be good as a streamer and make it wherever you want to go, partner, whatever, you gotta be a good content creator. Unless your personality is just bonkers and just unique, off the wall and amazing, you gotta be a great content creator. And you gotta have a good personality too. You can't be a lump on the log in this and think that people are gonna, oh, he's playing my favorite game, I'm gonna stop by. If you're not interesting, why would anybody kick it with you? Because it's gonna bring me to my next episode, which just popped off the top of the head. We're going to talk about in the next episode, watching your VODs and how to become a better streamer off of watching your VODs. But back to the topic, back to this one, learn editing. Take some time to figure out Adobe Pro. Again, I watch one video a day on something new within Adobe Premiere Pro that is going to help me edit better and help me edit more efficiently in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you want to use DaVinci Resolve, use DaVinci Resolve. If you're just starting out, I suggest starting off with CapCut because CapCut is going to be easy to use. And once you get good at CapCut and you feel like you've reached your potential within CapCut, boom, that's when you start learning. That's when you start learning. While you're using CapCut, start learning Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve. That way you're ahead of the game. That way by the time that you're like, bet, I've conquered this app. I know how to use everything within it. It's great. Boom. Now you can move on. Now you can move on to something different, something better. That's going to be all for today. Again, this is the Streamer Survival Guide Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Watch Me Work. If you'd like to catch me on socials, my Twitch is Mr. Watch Me Work. On TikTok, I am Mr. Watch Me Work TV. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.